Greetings, beloved. I'm Dr. Felicia LeBoy, lead pastor and life coach here at the historic First United Methodist Church in downtown Elgin, Illinois, with another motivational moment from the Bible. These motivational moments are designed to help you take what you hear in church on Sunday, what you may even learn during your private devotional time, what you may even hear on the gram, TikTok, wherever you get your biblical knowledge, to take those concepts that you hear and to make them a part of your everyday life. This week, I want us to focus in on this idea, little big things. Little big things. Well, wait, Pastor Felicia, little, big, you can't do two things at once, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. In the kingdom, you can. I think all of what I'm trying to say is embodied in these verses from 1 Corinthians 1, verses 27 through 29 that you see on your screen. And they say this: But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God chose what is low and despised in the world, even things that are not, to bring to nothing things that are, so that no human being might boast in the presence of God. What that means, beloved, is that God doesn't necessarily look for the biggest, the strongest, the quote unquote baddest when God calls someone. But what God does is God puts God's hand on something, and that's what makes it great. You can be little and big at the same time in God's kingdom. What do you mean? In Deuteronomy, when the God is talking to the people, it's like, listen, let me tell you, I didn't choose you because you were the biggest, most powerful nation. He said, in fact, you weren't. You're a ragtag group of slaves. I chose you because I chose you. What makes you worthy is because I chose you. I called you. I put my hand on you, and I made you my people. I made you my people. Isn't that good? I don't know about you, but there are often times in my life, even if I look at where I am now, as a kid, I had to go to speech therapy. Incredibly shy. Yeah, right, Pastor Felicia, but really, I am. Um, I look at the fact that I was the party girl at school, and so the fact that I uh, even graduated is very different, right? And so I'm just amazed at what God has done through my life, not because I was all that, but because God is all of that. Beloved, I don't care if you feel small. I want you to know today that you are big in God's sight. It's a way to think about it is this way. Every time God gives something, he gives a seed. And God sees in that seed the potential for what it will be. In an acorn is an oak tree, and an apple seed is an apple tree. Even in human beings, in babies or adults that can do amazing things. And even little old us, even us, are great in God's sight because God qualifies us, God makes a way, God does something incredible through us so that people are clear it's not about us, it's about God. And God does it over and over again. When God chose David, he was small, he was out in the back, the back 40. His father even forgot to call him to be anointed to be king. Even Jesus, born in a lonely manger, and that's the song, right? He's born to a peasant class. When God chooses who he's going to bring, who's going to birth Jesus into the world, it's a teenage girl from a peasant class. Beloved, God loves doing big things in little packages, especially with human beings. I've heard it said that God doesn't call the qualified, but God he qualifies who's called. Now, there's no reason to not do what you need to do to perfect all of your gifts, to get it stronger than them. Because, yes, a master can make a raggedy piano sound good, but a master on a well tuned piano can do great things. So, beloved, this is my encouragement to you and to myself. Remember that there is no small thing in God's hand. God can do great things once we put them and us in God's hands. Why? It's not about us. It's all about God. I pray that you'll stick around for this week's Refresh Your Soul moment. It's by Josh Wilson, and the title of the song is Dream Small. Dream Small. Aren't you curious now? Head over to our Refresh Your Soul song and catch that for yourself. Remember, you are worth more than you can possibly think or imagine. Stop feeling small. Know that you are big in God. Don't despise the day of small beginnings, because in God's hands, God can do amazing things with just a little. Don't believe me? Ask the little boy with the little lunch. Beloved, I am Dr. Felicia LeBoy, lead pastor and life coach here at the historic First United Methodist Church in downtown Elgin, Illinois. Be blessed. I love you, and I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.